All right, what is up? We are here with another Be the Exception podcast with Griffin. Thanks for coming on, Griffin.
Yeah.
He has been grinding lately and prep for the games. So, how have things been going?
It's tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Coaching, as much as I'm trying to coach all these athletes and take care of them, and then like you're supposed to train as a professional athlete, doesn't really work.
yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I remember back in 2017, the year after I started at TTT. I had a client load of like 33 at the time, and I traveled to the Southeast Regional, the Nashville Regional, and then I competed on the third weekend. And like looking back on that, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
How did that happen? Like, there's no way. So yeah, prepping for the games is just as crazy. So, even more crazy. So, but yeah, I think we're just gonna hop on and kind of chat. Your experience this year is a little bit different than when you went back in 2018. So I want to kind of get your perspective on that, what you guys are doing, like training wise, how it's leading up, or how being away from pretty much three of your teammates, right? They all live up in the Northeast. How you've been able to kind of like communicate and do stuff with them. But yeah, maybe we just start off. How did you get connected with these guys this year?
It's been a couple years and like just communication between them. When I was on the demo team the second year, I think I was just sitting in the back with a bunch of the teams, and they were going on like watching the individuals finish up, and we were talking, and I was just like, I'm so done with individual. Like, I just don't care to even be at the games as an individual anymore. Like, I don't, none of it. And a couple people's faces kind of lit up, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
And like they had, so like next thing I know, like one of the guys that we wanted to be on the team originally, Ethan Helbig, who's also been as an individual too, he was like, he messaged me and was like, hey dude, I know you said this, if you're like interested, would love to talk about it. And so I was trying to be on the team with them the year before, but with work I like couldn't do it because I wasn't fully coaching a bunch of individual clients yet.
Right.
So I was literally stuck on having to coach in person, which is fine with classes, but you can't travel and you can't do all those things.
Right.
So I ended up having to not be on that team, to cut that story short. And then obviously business has gotten a lot better. We've been coaching a lot more people, and it allowed me to take a step back and be able to just do this, and then allow me to travel when I wanted to. So I just had been communicating with them off and on, and Ethan isn't obviously on the team this year.
Right.
Mike Needleman is. Ethan's knee was he had to get it scoped or something, and he just work and a bunch of other shit too. So
Right.
like he couldn't make it happen, and it was kind of like a last minute thing in January of this year. We were like, fuck it, let's do it.
Oh, was he like post games? He went and got it scoped and was like, I'm done. Or
It was like October-ish.
Oh, okay.
I think, and he was still thinking about it when I had talked to him.
Because it was going to be you, him,
And both the Christines.
and then the Christines, right? Yeah.
Originally. And then I just followed up with him after to see how his knee was doing. And he was just like, my wife needs to get a new job. I've got to change this. Like, he's like, he's like, I just got married. And I was like, I get it. I got married and I understand the whole, like, how that thing goes.
Just life changes like crazy.
Yeah. And I was like, I get it. No problem. So then, like, after that, I was like, all right, well, I'll just focus on work. Right. Like, it's not a big deal. Then Christine Best messaged me and was like, hey, what are you doing for the game like this year? And I was like, well, I mean, obviously Ethan can't do anything, so I'm just kind of just going to work and coach. And she was like, well, what do you think about trying to make this work? And I was like, I mean, if you can find the other guy and like Christine Middleton, same thing. She's busy with work. She runs a gym. She's like coaches all the time. So it was very much like, well, she's also on the fence. And then she was like, fuck it. Let's just figure it out and do it.
Yeah.
So in January, I don't remember exactly when, somewhere in January, we all got on a call and we're like, let's fucking do it. So
from October to January, it was pretty much just like kicking the idea around. And then in January, you guys decided to do it. Okay. So how did Mike come into the situation then?
Christine Best has known him, and he lives in like on the northern shore of Long Island.
Okay.
So like they've trained together before and just knows him. And he runs CrossFit Port CrossFit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he was in, and he was on a team 2 years ago at the games.
Right.
He's very fit, very capable of everything. So he was actually a very good match to throw on the team.
Yeah.
Like, he handles a lot of stuff for us.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she just knows him and was just like, I know him. He's a good athlete.
Yeah.
He would do a really good job for us. All right.
So did you guys start talking to him in January then, or was that in October?
I think she started talking to him late December maybe.
Okay.
Because she originally texted me in December. I hadn't talked to her. I had only talked to Ethan.
Oh.
And then like she had asked me to do.
Oh yeah, that what comp is that in the Northeast, right?
Fight for the Fittest or
something like
that.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's whatever competition was going on that weekend. I was like, I got to coach. I can't go. Blah 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 blah. And she was pissed. I mean, not like pissed, but she was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, well, I'd love to. I just can't make it happen. And then she asked me again if I could do Finish the Coast, and I was like, I'm coaching. I can't do that.
Right.
So like I sounded like I didn't want to be there or anything. It's not that. But I had talked to her through that, but outside of that, like we hadn't put anything together. And then she was like, all right, do you want to make this happen in December? And I was like, sure, if we can find a guy. And then I didn't hear back until kind of like January. And then she's like, well, got this guy. He would work.
Okay.
See if Christine's in. If she's in, then let's get on a call and do it. So like that's kind of how that laid out.
Dope. Yeah. Yeah. So it all just kind of came together like last minute almost.
Yep.
That's sick. And then so in February you had to travel up there for each one of the opens. Mm-hmm. How brutal is that?
I mean, if I was just being an athlete, not a big deal.
Right.
But trying to work with coaching athletes for the Open here. So, like, I set my flight to be late at night on a Friday. Mm-hmm. So I could do the Open workout, like coach the Open workouts with my athletes here. Mm-hmm. And obviously with this year, it was you had to be an affiliate. So we had to go travel to an affiliate to do that.
Right.
Well, not necessarily for the Open, but like would travel to go help them out of there. Obviously for semifinals, we had to be out of there, but it was just a show. It was a shit show.
Yeah.
Like just bouncing around, cause like then athletes are at different gyms and it was a whole thing. So I set it up so I could go and coach, then go get on a flight at night, early in the morning, wake up, go do a workout and basically off of no sleep. And then train all through, Saturday and Sunday and then fly out.
Sunday night again.
Sunday night or early Monday morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's rough.
And like the travel to New York's fine, but it's like it's really not a big deal. It's a 3-hour flight, roughly, and then it's like an hour train ride.
Okay.
Sometimes they would come and pick me up. Like Christine would come get me, or Mike would come get me from the airport. But like I could also just take a train
up there.
Which is what I do to come back into the city because it's a nightmare.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What so were you having to, what else were you guys doing on the weekend? Like, was it just a bunch of volume that you guys were trying to get in during that time?
It was just literally like learning who fits best with what for different movements and people's speeds. And it was honestly, it take you 10 minutes for us to figure it out.
Right. All you guys are pretty experienced athletes.
We're just, everyone's been to the games.
Right.
Christine and I as individuals but also team. And I learned that last year was Christine Best's first time on a team to the games, which I was like, what? I thought
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she's been competing for how long now?
For a while. Yeah. So her first time that she made it was individually in 2020.
Okay.
Through the Open.
Okay.
And that was it. I was kind of surprised, but Christine Middleton's been this her 5th time.
Yeah, she's been a lot on a team.
She's been on a couple of different teams. Very experienced there.
Right.
No, just cool, calm, collected, knows what's going on. And then Mike had been one time.
Okay.
So but everyone's elite. Like they're professionals at what they do. They know how to adjust. They know how to and they're good team athletes. They're good. They're able to know how to work with each other. So
right.
It took five fucking minutes to figure shit out. And then we would do volume. We would have workouts. But we would just kind of talk about it. The thing is, they would do the Open workouts on Thursday or Friday. And
you were doing
Christine Middleton and I would come in and just be like, well, fuck it, let's do it, and go right into team training.
Yeah.
So like it was like for us, it was literally like, who gives a fuck? Just do the workout.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
And I was still off of like off-season Griffin because I wasn't going to compete, and I'm working all the time, so my training was very low. So like the Open was really like, wake up,
Yeah,
like, this
time
fucking
to get
sucks.
going. Yeah. So how did that compare in like years past? Like obviously in 2018, the rules were everybody had to be at the same affiliate and train. What was it, 51% of the time, or over half?
Something like that. Yeah,
over half the time at the affiliate. So not being able to train with your teammates this year, like what is, or like just see them in the gym, or you know whatever it might be. How has that differed this year versus in the past where you have been in the gym with everybody?
It like makes it harder and easier in different ways. The harder part is like the motivation to be elite is different. It's more just like, this is what I do, and I'm just going to go and train hard and train well. Versus back then, it was like trying to establish yourself, and like, because I was young in the sport at that time, and it was, but you got to go show up with people that like, even if you didn't want to train hard, then you ended up training hard. And then you also built friendships a lot easier that way.
Yeah.
So like that was the fun side of that.
Right.
This side's more like it's business. Like I get to have fun with them, but I've seen them 3, 4, 6, maybe 6 times this year.
Oh, okay.
You know, like
yeah.
over weekends, and like that's it. And like you still build friendships over, but it's not the same. Like it's not the same environment, consistency.
Totally.
You just have to like know how to do your job well.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's more business oriented now than it is like actual, because like back in the day, like you were friends with those people, like real good friends.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You literally bleed on each other, sweat on each other.
Yeah.
Like it just it's just different. But I think also the fact that like my priority at that time was like, I'm trying to be a games athlete. I'm trying to like that's all I want to do.
Right.
And now it's like my priority is coach first, then athlete.
Right.
So like I think that's the biggest difference.
Oh, okay. So more in your professional life this year is the biggest difference than previously, where it's like you were like very much athlete first previously.
Yeah, it was like that's it. Like I'm not thinking about anything else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So everything was sacrificed for that, and now everything's sacrificed for work, and then competing is second.
Yeah. Okay. So how is that? Like, how did that shift come about, or like start to come about? Like, what kind of shift started that process?
I guess when did we meet, you and I, back in May?
I think that was May or June of 2023.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Then
it was before semifinals of 2023, actually.
Yeah. And yeah, I think like I think it was that meeting, obviously, because like this is what I wanted to do, and I didn't know, like I was still in the middle of like that. Even that year, that 2023 year, I was potentially going to go compete with Carrie Pierce on a team, potentially go compete with Proven on a team, and they didn't pan out. And I didn't really want to like. I was done with individual. I didn't. I'm done. Like mentally, I was done. When I realized that, I was like, every elite athlete you ever heard of in the NFL, when you feel like you're done, you be done. Like, and like if you fight through it, you're pulling the Brett Favre.
Right.
You can still sling it, but
you're getting carted off of the field, chin down, bleeding.
Right. And it was just like, dude, fuck. And like, that year was the first year I started coaching Stella. So like, she wanted to go to the games, and like that was a very major like hard starting to shift of how to coach while trying to, and I was like, man, I just don't want to. And they were like, no, you can do it. And I was like, fine. And then that year, we had quarterfinals still, and I finished like 8th in the world.
Yeah.
And I had not been training that much.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I still got it.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I wasn't having fun. Like it wasn't like what I wanted to do. And then went down to semis, was like the number 2 seed or something, and had a great lineup of workouts. And then my one of my adductors went out on the pistol backpack workout.
Yeah.
And I like sat there on the floor, and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to the games this year as an individual again. Like, I have a really good chance. Maybe go make some money. And then, boom, done. On the floor. Nothing you can do about it.
Damn.
And I was just like, I was so like I didn't really want to be here.
Yeah.
And like just because you're good at it doesn't mean like that. It doesn't fulfill that. And I was like, I wanted to be on a team. I wanted this to work this way, and it's not. And I was like, you know what? Like, I knew it was time. It was time, and I needed to focus on something else. And it was about serving and coaching other people. Like that's what I wanted to do. So that was the time. But it just, like that sitting on the fucking floor was like was the moment.
Right.
And then after that it was just like, all right, let's get this rolling. And then I was like, if I can make a team work and it comes into my lap, great. But if not, like I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. So that the injury was kind of like this is the almost like the epiphany moment.
Yeah,
like,
I mean I would say it was like the conclusion of the thought process because like I was already there. That really sent it. And like I went out on to the demo team again that year because that was the second year. And like I had a feeling they were going to ask me to go back out after me getting hurt because it's going to cut your season short.
Right.
But obviously being hurt, like that was also the first year I did grid.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
yeah,
I was like, I committed to a grid team, and the first match was July 4th, and it was just like, holy shit! Like I gotta figure shit out. So like I had to make sure I rehab this as best as possible, get ready to roll. Go hop onto that, and then also have a feeling they were going to message me about being on the demo team, and like demo testing's harder than the games.
Right.
You do so many workouts in a small amount of time. You just get beat to shit. And I was like, I'm already hurt, but I'm not going to say no. I need to be good. I need to be healthy. So I like tried to make sure I was as healthy as possible going into it, and I was fine. I didn't get hurt or anything out there for that. But I was like, I needed to make sure I was prepared, and then it just cycled into, all right, well, we're in grid, we're doing the demo team through all of that, and then like it was just that was a whirlwind of like after then and then I was like, all right, I'm definitely like I enjoy being on some team stuff
because grid kind of like it was like oh shit,
this
team
is fun,
yeah,
and the demo team stuff, even though it's like not team, but like you're going to train a bunch of workouts and just have pure fun. You're just like yes, you're testing for everybody and you're trying to make the games go well, but like that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I was like, I miss this shit.
Because you guys are doing team, individual, masters, like all of them.
Yeah, and I was like, team workouts are fun. Like the individuals are fun, like, but the team ones are more fun. They're just more fun. So I was like, fuck, I want to be able to do that if it makes sense, if it comes into my lap. And that was kind of like, I think that finished out like that. I mean, I'm not doing individual stuff. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
Like originally I started out, I want to go win the games. And then like, you have to understand, like, in order to do that, you can, but like, you have to have someone funding you. If you want to win the games, you need someone funding you. And after that didn't come from winning from winning an event, the games in 2020 as an individual, and like it's not like what you thought it was going to be. You weren't going to get all these sponsors and everything was going to be smooth sailing the next years. Like maybe it was different if COVID wasn't a thing, but it doesn't matter. Like nothing came about that. So then it was like, that doesn't make it any easier. You're coaching all the time just to go compete. That money is going to like that you're working for goes to competing. You're breaking even constantly. So you either do it for the love of it or like, why the fuck are you doing it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And at the time, like I loved being a competitor, but then it was like, dude, you're approaching 30 at the time, I think. And I was like, what are you doing? You know? So like, as I got older, it was just like, all right, well, you need to start making business decisions.
Yeah.
And it's time to start making those. And that became work first, then athlete if it happens. And right now, like being on a team, it's like one, it helps our business, but two is the fact that like it is fun, but I'm like, as much as I'm doing right now, I'm ready to step away and just help build athletes to be able to do all of this.
Yeah. There's kind of like a point in time when you're like an athlete. Like, I mean, for you, I think it sounds like originally it was like on the floor at semifinals. You're like done with this shit. If something comes up, sure. And now it's like kind of team side of things, but you're like, you get through a season like this happened to me in 2022 also, is like you get through a season, you're just like, fuck, I cannot keep doing this. It's too much. But you know, like, too, I think like with CrossFit in general, you just have these like ebbs and flows of being able to compete for long periods of time. Like when you're in your 20s, you have hormone profile of a fucking god, so you can just push through it till like 30, and then like 28, 30 hits, and you're just like, I'm tired. I've been grinding for 6 years. Like this is a lot. But then I think it's like you take a season off or maybe a season and a half off, and you can kind of like start to push for a couple months again, and then you like back off. So it'll be interesting to see like if you kind of get that itch again, maybe like a year from now, or like when Masters starts to roll around too.
Yeah, I do. I will say this: I've always wanted to have kids, and I've wanted to have them involved in like sports and them being around stuff. And like originally, it was like I want to play in the NFL, which still fucking every day until I die, I'm gonna say I should have been playing in the NFL. But I would have loved to have them around. Well, now I have the opportunity in CrossFit. So like when the Masters comes around, I'm saying right now that I would like to do that. I'd like to be maybe in each category for a little while, maybe till I'm like 45 or something. Yeah. Just to have them around and see that and be a part of it. Right. But maybe it's like 1 year. Like, you know, like not like I want to be there for 5 years. Yeah. Like it's 1 year and then
one or 2 years back out, like another 1 or 2. Yeah. No.
Which everyone can call me fucking daddy now. We're going to have a kid in February.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Congrats.
Yeah. So, like, that's a whole
Here's
other
the announcement.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. We've already had two ultrasounds.
Okay.
So, like, that all, like, we've been preparing, like, thinking about this for the last 2 years, and, like, we were like, going to fucking try it. And, like, boom, done right away. And I was like, fuck. All right. So, like, all summer, like, training for the games, like I also have this in the back of my mind. I'm like, hopefully we can go make some money because like it's business time.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Well, congratulations, guys. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I have official dad strength, I guess.
Yeah, right. Hopefully they give us some Oli lifts at the games for you guys or something. I know they have the back squat coming out, but hopefully there's some heavy Oli lifts too.
We'll see.
Show it off.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Well, yeah, that's exciting. Congrats.
Yeah. So it's a whole thing. We got a whole business going on. Like that's just, it's really strictly business now. Yeah. Very much business.
Yeah. Start a family for sure.
Yeah. Jenna's parents know and everything, so I'm not even.
Yeah.
All of our parents know, and a lot of our like friends know. So
now
that we've done both ultrasounds, and she's like 11 and a half weeks.
Okay. Yeah. That's right at first trimester, right?
Yeah, she's almost we're getting close to finishing the first trimester.
Okay. Yeah. Dope. Actually, I think by the time this podcast gets released, it'll be end of first trimester.
Yeah.
So perfect. Yeah. Well, sweet. So I guess the big change for you then has been more professionally than it is like previously. And you guys were kind of just like, you know, kind of figured out and done what you can with the team side of things. Are you guys worried at all about some of the other teams who are like maybe they do have the experience? What's the team that ended up winning the
Oslo. Krieger, yeah.
Are you guys worried about them like because they are training together? Is that not really, you guys are just kind of like whatever, like we've been there?
I think it's so much like, I don't think we're worried about anybody. We're just going to do what we can do.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Like, there's dude, they might not win, and it might be a team that came in 9th. Like,
right.
You know,
it's chaos,
like, it just, the test for semifinals this year compared to what the games are going to be don't correlate at all. I guess except the front squat to the back squat, right? Like,
right.
That might be your best tell for an event.
Right.
But outside of that, like, I just don't see a lot until we see the other workouts. I don't see a lot of like correlation between them, especially because you were online. They didn't review videos. Like, they did have a run workout, and there is a long run workout.
Everybody's run course is different.
Yeah. so we'll see. I don't know. I just. It should be. Hopefully, it's just a good time. I'm hoping that the workouts are a good time, especially after last year. Like, they need to make adaptations on how they're programming, and they make them fun. Make them viewer friendly. Make people like excited to be about it. Don't just go beat people in the fucking ground.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like they could just do such a better job of the team side of things. Like, man, back in 2014, all the team workouts were super fun. Like, super fun. Even the individuals back in 2014 were great workouts. And everybody kind of like knew exactly what was going on at any point in time in the workout. Like, I guess the last workout was pretty chaotic, but for the team side of things. But it seems like they've really gotten away from that, and like especially in 2016 when you open it up with Team Murph, that was it was literally just mass start chaos. And I guess they've done that before with some of the swim stuff, but this was like mass start chaos where you loop back around in the same course and you're just like, nobody knows where anybody is right now. Like, and it seems like they've kind of gotten away from more of the viewership friendly side of things and gone to more of just like we're just going to beat you guys into the ground as best as we possibly can. And that seemed to start in 2020, honestly. Like with what was the Atlanta?
Yeah.
Was that last workout? The 5 people are all just coming across the finish line with shredded, like literally cheese grater hands.
Tia and Matt just synchroed it.
Yeah. Yeah. So more so just looking to go to have a good time, but like you guys do have kind of some expectations of like you guys know you're capable of being on the podium.
Yeah. I think like obviously good workouts win it. Like perfect execution, things go well. My stupid injury of two weeks ago is good to go. Like hopefully that's like, we're capable. We're capable of winning, but we're capable of being on the podium. I mean that's the goal. Like I don't think. Like I'll be bummed if we don't get on the podium, but if you go and execute and you didn't get on the podium and you still executed, like you can't be mad.
There's like nothing you can do about that.
Part of the sport. Like if you do your best, you execute well, you're like, fuck, we had 8 workouts and we went 8 for 8 on like perfect execution, but we're not on the podium. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, like it pans out that we do make it on somewhere on the podium. You win it first, second, doesn't matter, third. But it's really about just executing and having a good and also having a good time while you're out there. So like that's I think the hardest part about this sport specifically is like you hear like you got to have fun or you don't do it. Like 90% of the time it's not fucking fun. Like
while you're doing those workouts, it's not necessarily fun.
Yeah, you get like you're proud of your effort, you're proud of yourself, what you've accomplished, and like that's why like doing it as a team makes it more fun. So like fun, like enjoy, like try to enjoy the experience. Because I probably won't go do it again, and hopefully we go make money out of it.
Yeah. I mean that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what? You travel up there Tuesday. The events happen. So it's just Friday through Saturday this year, right? And when you guys went, did you guys have a Wednesday workout or was it Thursday?
It might have been Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I think.
It's so weird how they do that.
They just change it. They change it. So I'm like, I don't remember which one I did versus the one.
I mean, we did Wednesday, Friday, Saturday in 2014, and then in 2016 we did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's like they just change it every year. It's kind of chaotic, honestly.
Pretty usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this one, like I'm a little concerned that they're gonna try to compact too much in 3 days.
Yeah.
You can do events, but like more events. Like I would say if you're doing 10 events, you need to have 2 or 3 of them that are like a minute or less, and it's like not output of like failure.
Right.
Like
right.
one year they had the 100-yard handstand walk or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
That's still fucking hard.
Right.
But you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was 3 events wrapped into one. That was 2017 or 16. 3 events wrapped into one. It was like a run, a handstand walk, and then maybe like a sprint or something. Or it was sprint, handstand walk, and like a sled push or something like that. But like you couldn't necessarily go max effort on each one because you had 2 subsequent workouts after each one of those. You know, so and then I think that one year they had the please bring this back sometime. the farmers carry softball toss, like way to pull up,
like throw a javelin or something.
Something, yeah. I like just get Rogue to invent some like weird discus thing, right? And like have people throw that, you know. I don't know. It's kind of weird that they went away from the throws because they were like they are sport and like they are fitness too. So
all of it is. It's all like we're testing the sport of CrossFit. So test some sport of CrossFit. You don't have to be like it's only a max softball throw. You could be like, I don't know. You have a minute and it's like you have 20, 30 cal echo bike, whatever. 20, let's say 30 would be probably too hard. 20, and so 1 minute. It's essentially 1 minute, and you have to sprint the fuck out of it, and you get 3 throws, and it's either you could do like one is the max, your best score of the distance, or it's the combination of all 3
cumulative distance. Yeah,
and you have 1 minute to get it done.
Yeah,
like okay, you just put in a sprint fatigue into being able to throw a ball as far as possible with accuracy.
Right.
Like you could also be like, if it's outside this lane, none of them count.
None of them count. Yeah.
Like all right, there you go.
Yeah.
Like okay, that's your people call floater workouts. Fuck it. That's a workout. It's a fucking workout.
Yeah.
You got to go ham, hard as fuck, and you also got to be very accurate.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
That would be super interesting if the games did do a floater workout one year. They're just like, fuck it.
Why not? Like people, honestly, it's probably going to be your most viewed event.
Yeah,
outside
for
of
real.
Maybe your max lift, like
yeah, just throw a weird floater, like, and legit make it a floater workout where like you can come in and do it whenever you want. Like, yeah, that would be cool.
You know what's also makes that cool though is you have a space in the venue area for all of the fans to go and test that workout.
Yeah, right.
Just as a one-off, and they're like, "Oh, I could be out there," like, and you're like, you have zero fatigue, and
zero
like
fatigue, yeah, yeah.
But like that, dude, people would be hype about that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if it's like legit something that people can do too, like a throw of some sort, like a 20 cal sprint and then a throw. Yeah, for sure, that'd be fun.
I'm in. I'm already sold. Like, I'd be like, if you put that on, I'd be like, I want to go do this.
Right.
That's part of like the marketing of CrossFit is like they need to do things where people are like, I want to go do this.
Right.
That's what I got into it when I saw the workouts in the tennis stadium in Carson.
Yeah.
I was like, I fucking want to be here.
Right.
And then they left.
Yeah. Carson was so sick.
Dude, that was such a cool venue.
Yeah. And like too, like if you're, I mean, one of their big things, like we're not separating the like the CrossFit methodology in the games. So like have spots that if you're gonna say that, like have spots that your fans can come and do the things that the athletes are doing out on the floor, and like show people if that's the route you want to go, show people that our everyday CrossFitter can come in and do the workout. We just are doing it at maybe a different capacity, or like their times are going to be exponentially slower than some of our top athletes, you know? And like, but yeah, I think having the ability for fans to test that stuff would be huge. I think some competitions have been doing that, haven't they? Like,
yeah, some
Syndicate did this year, right?
Some competitions go like they did have like a community thing, but they didn't test a workout like that where they could go and.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
They did do a version of, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's like a that style of workout. Like they actually tested a real workout and just scaled it down.
Oh, okay. They didn't test one of the workouts that they were doing at the event, or
they like whatever like event 4 they went and they had it as a community event outside and they tested it, but it wasn't like a floater style sport.
Oh, yeah. Okay. As many free throws as you can make after a 20-second sprint.
Dude, yeah. That's sick. Like, okay, maybe it doesn't hurt that bad, but like fitness isn't about only hurting.
Right. I always thought it'd be fun for when it was teams of 6 to do like a 3-on-3 tournament, 3-on-3 guys.
That'd have been dope.
That would have been so much fun.
I'd have been sick.
Yeah. Man, you would have gotten, that would have gotten so competitive too.
I mean, you could have made it like a 3 to 5 minute AMRAP game, essentially.
Literally,
that much amount of time.
Make it take it. Like, yeah, for sure.
They would just fucking, they don't have the capacity to do that, but that would have been dope. But again, sport, make it fun. Like if you did that, I'm signing up next year.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I'm finding a way to go, you know, like they just don't have the fun stuff, but we'll see. I don't know. This year there's some twist. There's some object we get to practice with this year. I don't know what it is.
What's your guess?
I mean, it also could just be the earthworm. They may just be like, hey, guys, we're going to let you guys practice with it so you don't look like idiots out there.
Yeah, yeah. Because they haven't had that at an event since...
No, I think they had it last year.
Was it last year that they released it?
2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. Yeah.
They released it, but you didn't get to touch it. And then last year, they used it. I don't know if they got to warm up with it, though.
Okay.
So, like, it could be that they let us warm up with it. Or maybe there's a new implement. I have seen all of the Mayhem teams pushing a sled that's kind of like the bob, but it's not, and the bars are super high, and you're overhead, like, pushing because it's high.
So you, like, lift it off the ground almost?
No, like it's a 4-person sled, but like, you know, like they had the arms and you could lock your body into.
Yeah.
Like on the bob. Like this one's just like you could almost. It's not high enough to do like pull ups and bar muscle ups on, but it's kind of.
Okay. Damn, they should. Fantasyland was one of the sickest workouts. They need to bring that one back. That was so fun.
Yeah. So like, I mean, but they might have something like that.
Yeah.
They might have some new implement out there. I don't know. We'll see. I hope so. I hope they put in. Rogue comes up with something cool, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. They had it was the run. There was something else. They had to hurdle all the logs.
Was it the sit down sled pole?
Dude, that was one of the coolest events because when you looked at it from a viewership point, you could see the chess pieces moving of who was going to win the workout.
Yeah,
like. That's dope. And I'm like wondering if they're going to be able to, because all of it's outside the first event. So like, I don't know how they're going to create something. I'm wondering maybe like 2 years ago, they tested the individuals and they had to do the sled pull, like P-bar, traverse, dip, double over, crossover thing. Workout.
Yeah. Right.
I'm wondering if they're going to find a way to put like a 4-person sled pull like that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. I know though, like, that like messed up the floor a lot, so who knows? Maybe they figured out a new way. You know, I hope they bring the P bars out. I hope they I know they've already shown pegboards. Hopefully they just do some cool events.
Yeah,
because you're gonna put it inside.
Right.
So make it a cool spectacle.
Yeah, I mean they've done cool. Well, take that back. I did well, and this is personal preference. I obviously grew up in the Carson era where it was like Under the Lights, and all the events in Carson Under the Lights were sick as fuck. And it felt like the Under the Lights events in the arena in Madison were just not the same as the Carson events. And even last year at Fort Worth, like the events just they didn't feel the same. It was a bigger venue, so that was cool, but there's just something about being outside for those events that was like made it so much cooler.
Yeah, it's not you can't. It's just part of the sport because most sports are outside.
Yeah, right.
They're not inside a stadium, so unless you have 100,000 fans in there, so you can't hear anything.
Yeah,
right. Like it's better outside, but I don't know. I'm hoping they find a way to create cool workouts instead of the same old beat your ass down because nobody wants to watch all of that repeatedly for 3 days inside.
Yeah.
It's just not fun.
Yeah. Well, and like, I think that's one thing that made CrossFit so appealing, especially in 2014, they released a whole bunch of new implements. Like that was the first year they had the hand over hand sled pull and then with the deficit handstand push-ups. And that year was just so much fun because they introduced so many new implements to it. And then same thing in 2022 when Boz was programming, it was like, whoa, there's a lot of new shit that came up. And this is fun again. But it's like people just, I mean, Dave just seems like after 2014, he fell into this pattern that just stayed the same until 2022 when Boz took over. And now it's like going back to the same pattern again of just like, volume over everything. You have the same skeleton of athlete that goes every single year. Like it doesn't change at all. Like at least with Boz was programming, the athlete skeleton changed. And like if you're genuinely testing fitness, that should happen year over year. You should maybe like you have an outlier year that the athlete stays relatively the same height wise, but like year over year, the skeleton should probably change if you're genuinely testing fitness.
Yeah, you should. It absolutely should, but here we are.
Here we are.
And I think everybody in the sport is on that same page. So
yeah.
I'm hoping there's just something different.
Yeah.
For the sake of the sport this year, because they have to, it's got to be run well.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be entertaining. It's got to draw people like, man, this is why I like this.
Mm-hmm.
As much like emotion that people had obviously from last year, which is well-earned emotion, or I don't even say well-earned, like it just is valid.
Mm-hmm.
They need to solve some issues.
Yeah.
And obviously, no, even if they do, let's say they throw the best games of all time. I don't think that'll be, but let's say they do. People are still going to be mad.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, you still didn't do enough, but that's how at least you can start a healing process that way.
Yeah, there's a lot of division in the space right now. It'll be, man, I think you're going to have the new generation come up and through, and like the old generation kind of like phase out for that to even heal, because like people leave as they get like more and more sick of it, right? And like as long as the new generation is like loving it and they feel like they're doing a good job running it, that'll eventually just heal itself, and the old generation will kind of just phase out.
Yeah, I mean, and especially right now, like the new generation is getting the opportunities of like all these massive local comps. Like they're not like the mom and pop just like down the street in a house. Like Fit as the Coast started small and is huge
now. Yeah,
like
right.
You have all these, but you have Fit as the Coast. You have, which is run better than the majority of them that are that size, but there's so many now that all these younger generation athletes get to go and have good experiences at good comps.
Yeah.
That, you have games athletes there taking all the money and shit.
Right.
Like you have people that are good that might be like the proverbial semifinal or regional athlete.
Right.
And they keep building. They're like, man, this is fun. I like this. This is a good time. And they keep getting to go do that around and around and around. But if the games don't improve, they're gonna be like, I don't really care to go do that. I'm gonna keep doing this, and my pinnacle will be whatever. It might be Wadapalooza, or if World Fitness Project gets to a certain point, like could be that. But same thing, like that one, it's elitist too, and like as it's supposed to be, that's what it's aiming for.
Right.
So,
right.
But everyone that's all this new generation has to have something to aim for. They don't know what they're aiming for yet.
Right. Right.
So who knows? Like, who knows? They need to hit a home run this next weekend and put a great event on, so people start pulling back into, this is cool. I want to do this. I have something to aim for and aspire to be.
Yeah. And in all honesty, like this year, we've had more people more excited. Like to your point, we've had people more excited to go do the local competitions than we've had to compete in the game season. And like they're gonna have to figure out a way to bring that excitement back, because I mean, we're getting clients that are like, I want to go compete at Fit as the Coast. I want to go compete at Beach Brawl. I want to go compete at Crash. Like, they're more excited to go do those things. And like, I'm starting to set up a couple season structures right now with people, and they're like, the Open isn't even on their radar. That might change, obviously.
Right.
Like 2 weeks before the fucking
Always.
Open. Don't you
Always.
fucking dare do that, motherfuckers.
Always.
But yeah, right now it's like they're like everybody's focused on something else other than the CrossFit Open right now. So it's it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens. But I know this last year, like personally, I kind of stepped away from the games a little bit and tried to we're a little bit more focused in general on people like going into those kind of like Fit as the Coast, Beach Brawl, stuff like that. And this last year has been probably the most fun we've had, coaching people, or at least personally, like coaching people at these kind of local-esque events, and like just getting to see a bunch of different competitions that I normally wouldn't go to was a lot of fun. And a lot of them are very well run, and like you're going to have, for probably 99% to 98% of the athletes out there, they're going to have more fun at that competition than they are going to have at the games. So it's been interesting seeing that, and yeah, it'll be interesting seeing if CrossFit can take that market share back. But I mean, everything they did last year indicates like downsizing, which is going to be tough to bring that market share back. So we'll see what happens. But
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I really don't. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to show up. We'll see what happens. We're going to give our best effort, hopefully make some money.
Right.
You know, have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Also, we were told this, like, the other day that we're the only team where all athletes have level 2 certs.
Oh, really?
Only team.
That's pretty dope.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I don't know really what
Do you
that
guys start
means.
out with the 100 points then over everybody
right.
else?
Give us a bonus 100 points. That'd be sick. Go ahead and just send those our way real quick. Or, you know, whatever. But, no, we're just going to tell the judge if they give us no rep, they're wrong.
They're wrong. Yeah.
They're wrong.
I don't think you understand. I'm level 2. That's funny. Well, that's pretty cool, actually. I wonder if, man, I wonder if there's any other years like that where there's only one team.
There's got to be. I mean,
there has to be a team like that. But thinking about it a little bit more, that's probably more rare than it is like the norm.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna have. I guarantee there's never been a team of all L3s. Maybe like if you go to now and go back, like maybe, but not at the time that they were competing.
Like each member on the team eventually got their level 3.
Probably possible. Yeah. I have to get mine in November, or go back down, which I don't really want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's kind of interesting. Like, I don't know why they don't. Maybe that somebody will make that into a story. I mean, they should.
That's honestly really cool. Like that CrossFit.
Yeah, like, well, the known and noble guy was the one that sent it to us. He was like,
"Oh, really?
I don't know if you guys know, but you're the only team
that has all level 2s on it."
And we were like, "Oh, that's kind of sick. Didn't know that."
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's a story for CrossFit to easily write.
Like we work the methodology. We've all coached in, well, 3 of them are. Well, I guess Christine Middleton's not technically an owner, but at the same time she is. They all run their own gyms, right? And like they run affiliates, and obviously, like I've coached in one for the last, I don't know however long, since I started 2016. So 9 years, and but like we're all involved with coaching athletes, right? And also all together on a team. And I also think that's like why probably it's so easy for us to kind of like click and get along. Like we know how to adjust. We know how to like. It's not hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see if they'll actually make that into a story because they should. But I thought that was just an interesting like point.
It's super interesting. It would be cool if they. I mean, that's a very marketable thing, right? Like it's like one of those things that's super easy to pull out of the middle of the weekend. Just be like, hey guys, heard like you all had your level 2s, like very cool. Run with something with it.
I don't think Mayhem's ever had a team full of L2s.
I don't think Taylor coached, so definitely not that year or those years. I don't think Sam Cornier coached. Maybe he did. So none of those years. Who was on it? Darren.
Like, I don't even think the old school days.
Yeah. No, because there was when it was teams of 6. I'm trying to think. There was one girl on there that didn't. Like she was literally a member at Mayhem in 2015. Because I think that was the year that they lost, right? No, they won that one. 17 was the year they lost, and I think they had a girl on the team who was just a member at Mayhem. What was her name?
Man, the Pride and Joy teams didn't even have all the L2s.
Damn. Damn. Yeah, there was some Lindsay Barber. I'm gonna have to go look her name up.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember her name though.
That's just he was there so many times.
Yeah. But yeah, that's interesting. That's super interesting. I wonder. Yeah, that'd be cool if somebody ran some statistics or data on that and saw. But I'm sure CrossFit could do that. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Well, sweet. Okay, so obviously they can catch you guys on the games website, live stream, YouTube channel, live stream. What team are they looking out for?
CrossFit Undivided.
CrossFit Undivided. They'll be wearing the white leader jerseys all weekend.
That would be super sick. I really do want one of those.
Yeah, that'd be dope. But yeah, anything else you want to let the people know before you take off here for the games?
I don't know. I think just be prepared for maybe some ignorant shit said.
hell yeah. I get on those interviews.
If my leg feels good, I'm gonna say some ignorant shit.
Yeah. Right on. That's sweet. Well, good luck up there, Griff. Yeah, we'll be watching from Georgia, and everyone. I'm sure all of our other athletes will be watching from wherever they're located at. So
yeah, go represent Blacklisted really well. See what happens.
For sure. Sweet. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and we will catch you guys on next week.